Hello everyone, this is Pandakraut, one of the creators of the JMP Rebalance mod. I'm starting the series to show how I get through the Confederate Legendary campaign. This is also to give me a chance to share some of the game mechanics that I've learned about while modding. This is going to be a strictly vanilla playthrough. I will be using the UI and AI customizations mod. While this mod is mostly just usability improvements and bug fixes, several of those do end up affecting game balance a little bit. My goal is that this playthrough will be close enough to serve as a guide through the base game, but using the mod makes certain things less annoying and also is hopefully going to increase the difficulty a little bit by improving the AI's damage when it has larger units. So the balance changes are surrendering units will return the proper amount of weapons. It's going to be a net increase. Certain perks that show bonuses in the base game tooltips don't currently actually apply them, so that has been corrected. The primary benefit there is 3-star artillery units are going to deal more damage, and cavalry with charge damage perks are going to actually do more damage on charging. So unit damage scaling by size has been reworked, so that adding men or guns always increases total damage. Diminishing returns do apply there. This isn't really going to affect me too much. I don't play with units large enough to benefit from any of that, but when the AI has oversized units, it is going to be dealing considerably more damage, especially the artillery. So for career points, I like playing with 2 points in recon, just so I can see what I'm up against. It's also, if you're going to do scaling manipulation, you'll need it, but I sort of control that with unit size now. I don't usually bother with any of the more advanced techniques. And I also take the economy 3 just because I want to be able to buy up the good cannon and scope rifles early.
That I have satisfactory evidence that the state of Mississippi, by a solemn ordinance of her
and I don't take any politics because I play with units so small. I always have more recruits than I'll ever use. So for me, it's better to take economy and training and then max medicine, so that I'd save my money that way, as opposed to trying to get it through politics. So my approach to this battle is pretty standard. You know, send the skirmishers up to screen the infantry, get the infantry across to deal with these units over here, use the general to distract those units over here, and then hopefully pick off a couple units with the cavalry while keeping them relatively intact so that I can use them to deal with the artillery in the next phase. This section can be kind of RNG heavy. Like right now, one of those units is charging. They don't always do that. The main thing is you want to really try and get the skirmishers to go up so you can hit them with the cavalry easy, and they are not always very accommodating for that, so we'll see what we end up with. Like Chetland's down far enough, he's probably going to end up going east, which complicates things a little bit. There's the infantry charging, so I can send our general away. So I'm going to keep pushing these guys back. I want to hit them with the cavalry after they've exited the cover. Click past, and then hit them in distance to fire, and then you can charge. This guy does not want to go up today, so we're just going to get up, push him into the open, and hit him from there. Hopefully we can finish these guys off before we get range of the fort, though we're not having great luck today. Crocker's taking more damage than usual. Like, he took forever to route for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe he had the morale perk. At least he's going this way as opposed to into the cannon range. There we go, we got him. Let him rest up a little bit, push these guys out, let Miles go back towards the fort, hopefully, and then pick off this unit. Sometimes you can get all three of these guys, but it's not very commonly. Interesting. Miles usually doesn't come over after you. Usually goes straight up to the fort. Not something I've really seen before, but this guy is coming down further than he usually does. We'll see if I can make the best of it, but I have never seen him come down this far before. I don't usually do this, it's usually not necessary, but I guess if we have a chance to take him out as well, that is actually potentially very useful to the fort later. Shot from him, it actually was really bad. I really don't want to take those casualties. Save them for later. But if we're lucky, we'll cut all of these guys off from the fort. It's going to make the next part incredibly easy. Time to deal with the fort. start heading over towards the fort around 2 hours remaining. That's usually enough time to get over there, rest up, and get back. Push this a little further, but then I'm going to leave. Hold off Croc at this point. He's just not out of condition, never going to do anything, and he's probably going to take a volley from these guys when they recover. They didn't do a whole lot, which is good. Change my mind. I think I'm going to get at least some of the units going back over. Guys out of here and resting up, so we'll just leave some skirmishers there and then pull back. So I think the fort is actually nearly undefended. I think just Miles is there, so I don't normally do this, but see how this goes. Mail it into fortifications for the bonus. I want these guys to stay out of combat so they can rest up a little bit. not trying to kill these off right away, because I kind of want to spend time letting stuff recover and getting these guys killed. This is not how I normally play this battle at all, just because normally this unit never comes out that far, so there's just... you can't do that, but... sometimes you get lucky. Why he's not actually engaging me, but so normally, I guess just as that was so odd, normally what happens is that unit stays up here, you beat up these guys, you usually can't finish them off unless you get lucky and they surrender. You don't usually have time to chase them all the way down into the corner, so then you just leave a token force over, maybe a skirmisher to up enough they don't really advance anymore. Bring your units around here, set up a full contain, go in, take out the units more or less like I did, and that's how you would normally do that, but well, we got a very unique change of pace, I guess. Okay, so except our units are not in great condition. Normally I try and sprint over to the trees here. We will see if we can make this work. Do have the speed perk, which thanks to the mod now actually works. No speed for you. And speed perk, excellent. Try leaving Merritt here just for a second. Hopefully they will decide to shoot him instead of Cable, and we'll keep the extra gun. Mine scooped out. Getting here. I think we can still make this work, but it'll be a little awkward. This is going to be ugly. I think we can get a canister on them and push them out. If you're in a little bit better, if you've restored your condition a little bit more before you do this, you can usually catch them right about this line. Artillery set up, we're going to start focus firing these units and push them out of cover. Over here. Interesting, I'm not sure. Usually the artillery keeps going to the right. We actually kind of want to split these because we want to be able to hit one of them with Crocker while the other shoots our other units. But well, I guess they aren't shooting at us, so that isn't terrible. Taking far more casualties here than we really want to, but fortunately, you can get through this battle with almost nothing left and be just fine, so it won't be a problem. Oh, we took the extra damage from the collateral, that's unfortunate. Situation. Because if we go into them, they're going to get we're probably going to hit both units, and they're going to get the. Anytime you fight two units versus multiple units versus one unit, you basically deal half damage to both units, which means you pretty much lose every melee. Started in bad shape and didn't get as far over as they normally do, so not pushing these guys out quite as fast as they normally would. Okay, good. You're finally leaving. Wagon. Don't want to waste our shots on it. Shot with a cavalry. That's nice. Enough attention there. Really just wanted to fire and then leave, but they're in such a terrible spot. We should be alright either way. pretty close. 6-pounders are alright, but they really don't do well outside of short range, so. Not a whole lot to see here, just slowly ramping up. We can't be too aggressive because our units are all so small that you just don't do a whole lot of damage. But most of the casualties are being taken by units that do not belong to us, so we can just sit here and wait it out. Let's speed things up though. Heavy cover, and Crocker's just gonna get himself killed. See if we can actually get all of them. Our units are in pretty bad shape, so maybe not. But nothing else. We'll get these guys killed off. We'll get ourselves a little more experience, and maybe we'll get them. Got plenty of time. sure. Probably. I don't. It would take a lot of time to maybe get all these, so I'm mostly just gonna get my guys killed off and go from there. Good enough. So, no officers wounded that we care about, which is really good. Got most of the Springfields, which is good. They won't do anything for us for a while, but if we need to, we can sell them. Lots of palmettos, which will help us get a cavalry unit started, and some artillery pieces. So, that was a very unorthodox way of doing Potomac Fort, but as you can see, like, there were multiple points where you can either pull back or just hold, as opposed to really trying to push through. If you do a little bit better and get to this line a little earlier, you can absolutely wipe out the Union. In the same course, you can also defend the fort. I don't really care for it. The fortifications are kind of terrible. Their cover bonus is really good, but the other bonuses are very mediocre, and they have a hidden bonus that reduces all infantry damage by down to 30%, which is why most early game fortifications feel absolutely terrible in this game. So, I'll take a quick look at camp. Extra recruits, which is actually kind of not great because if I need to swap. So in this case I'm fine because these are the perks I want, but if for some reason I needed to drain the entire recruit pool so that I could disband one of these units and turn them into something else, the extra recruits actually is kind of bad because they need more rifles. So right now we're sitting at... Actually, that's not too bad. With these Springfields combined with taking one of these, that would give you enough. And pretty good shape for officers. We got 3 colonels. Sometimes you get no colonels and just brigadier generals, which makes doing everything much more expensive. Oh, and one of the fun bugs of this game is sometimes allied units, when their commander gets wounded, they show up in your barracks, like Bernie here. So, small bonus, free colonel. Anyways, I'll be moving on to Newport News next, but I hope you enjoy and hope this helps explain a little bit more behind the scenes of what is going on in this game. And thanks to also to Aetius, Something Compass, Lava, for just all the good discussion we've had, and for encouraging me to actually get out there and do this. So, well, until next time.